All right, guys. Welcome to our Thursday call. Today's April 7th. We have a lot of celebration for tonight. So before we go into housekeeping things, I want to take the time to congratulate our two newest emeralds, Ada and Maggie.
Hey!
Yay! Guys, so proud of you guys because that's the first level of just starting your own team, which is amazing. And you know all the benefits to becoming an Emerald coach. So I'm just very proud. I know how hard you guys both worked. So congratulations to starting your business right.
Thank you, yes.
And where's our newest diamond? Why is she hiding?
Oh,
she's our sapphire. She's our sapphire too, and she's hiding. So you guys know she asked me that she had one request, which I did not follow. She wanted me to just post in one page. I said, "Are you crazy? This is like a big milestone that you are, you just achieved." Carolina, I'm so proud of you. I know that you worked like your tail off till literally to like midnight last night.
wow.
We made it happen. When she makes an appearance, we can shout her out. And behind every new diamond, there's a star diamond. Yeah.
Team Lopez.
There you go.
Nice.
Come on, we can't see you, Mamacita.
I couldn't do it
Because I'm on my phone.
What?
Well, you didn't do the hair or anything? It's okay.
No, I'm on my phone.
I get it.
She's waiting for that diamond money.
Camera on my phone.
Ay, Dios mío. There you go. It's dark. I can't see you.
Ooh, okay.
But congratulations,
Congrats,
team.
Carolina.
Seriously.
Yes, congratulations, definitely.
A lot of great things happening on this team. I'm really proud of you guys. You guys know I posted the summit dates.
Yeah.
The deadline, if you want to be recognized as summit, is May 19th, which means that you need to get your stuff together by the week of May 12th, right? So that's super, super important. I'm going to be reaching out to my personal sponsor coaches as well as Jorge's personal sponsor coaches to review last quarter's goals to see where you guys are, to see if you met them, and also, if you didn't meet them, what we can do differently to push you to meet them, or if you are in the right path, then we're going to work closer together to get you there. So definitely really exciting things coming this quarter. So I know that I'll have a Target date with someone on this team who loves Target. But I'm just really excited. And then you guys know what the sales for the month are, right? It's Hammer and Chisel. It's $160. And just so you guys know, I just noticed last night that 22-minute hardcore is still $140.
Oh.
Yeah, and the 3-day refresh pack is also still $130. So, I mean, $140, excuse me. So definitely, if you have people who were interested in 22-minute hardcore and the 3-day refresh challenge pack, make sure that you hit them up because that just means the system hasn't changed because I don't think that is a challenge that's supposed to be on sale, and they're both at $140. And then, obviously, Hammer $160. All right?
Okay.
So, tonight, we're going to have two speakers. I don't know if everyone here has already completed their taxes, but if you have, that's okay because at least take note for the taxes that you'll need to complete for next year, right? So Anya is going our 1-star qualifying diamond. Will speak tonight on the different categories for the taxes, and then we'll have Anna Monge, who is one of our diamond coaches, and she'll be showing us the goods about creating a Wufoo application so that you have.
Oh my God! I know what fucking business is. So, Eric, the guy, the grandfather, I know who it is.
What the heck?
He's a
There we go. So there we go. So and Ana Monge, as I was saying, is going to be showing us later how to create our own applications, because it comes with professionalism, and it's important that our prospects and our future coaches see that there is a process to joining our team. So without further ado, I'll turn it over to hubby. Wait. Sorry. I actually want to say something. We have a few new members, so I'm excited to see them on the call. Jessica, welcome. If you guys haven't noticed, Michelle Avila is on the call. So welcome, Michelle. I'm happy to see you here. And we have a guest also, Jamie. Welcome to our team call.
Welcome.
Hi, thank you guys for having me. Thank you.
Absolutely. So, all right. So, Robert.
All right, guys. So, this is not all the time that I get out of the back office. And for those that don't know, I am the brains of the operation. So thank you for pointing that out with this. Anyway, so I was actually talking to Mr. Rosa a couple of interesting or important factors that we need to know as we continue to grow our business and we start making money. As you start making money, there's going to be some certain tax implications that you guys are going to run into with your business, which is the more money you're making, it's a good problem to have if you're going to have to pay some taxes. So being that it's 2 years doing this now, and we've been fortunate that the income has been growing for Beachbody year after year, or for the last 2 years, I just wanted to break down the categories that you guys should think of or should be considering that it's possible tax write-offs, or that you can deduct. Is it a deduction? Yeah, deductions with your accountant. Yeah. We've been searching for different accountants, and I finally I think I'm home with a good accountant right now who's been very helpful. Because a lot of guys or gals don't want to work for you, meaning they won't do deductions because that's extra time for them. So you want to make sure. I'm not going to tell you who to pick for your tax person, but when it comes to the taxes, I think it's important so that you know where you can write some stuff off and make your money back, or at least take that deduction. So I'm going to break down the categories that we have, that our CPA, our accountant has actually told us so that at the end of the year, you're going to be receiving a 1099. And then when you receive that 1099, that obviously automatically puts you in, do you have a business? Do you have, do you have other tax implications outside of your regular W-2, which you would receive from your job? So the first section is going to be advertising. And what falls under advertising is going to be Shakeology, Shakeology samples. And we're talking the Shakeology that you're actually drinking, and also the Shakeology samples that you're providing. Fitness programs. So the programs that you're doing, the CDs, the 22-day, 21-day fix extreme, whatever you're doing, these are actually tools that you're using to help you grow your business. Because if you're a product of the product and you're showing other people that you've been benefiting from these programs, that's like having a uniform almost at a job that you need to purchase. So that can be a potential tax write-off. Now, obviously, with your accountant, you're going to talk about obviously holding all the the necessary receipts, because if you become audited for any reason, obviously these are things that you have proof of that you have. So gifts, as you become team leaders, and some of the people have been reaping some of the team members, which is a great thing, has been reaping benefits of the gifts that Gabriella and I have been giving. These are things that are potential also tax write-offs that you can definitely deduct with, not fully, but deduct with your accountant. Promotional expenses and ads, anything that you do like that has to do with advertising that you're physically paying for, that's something that you could take to your accountant.
So like Facebook advertisements, those go into that category. What else? Like your business cards, so anything like that you're utilizing to promote your business.
Okay. Business fees. We all pay coaching fees. Business fees as well can be deducted. So that's something that's part of your taxes that can be taken to your accountant. So that's what you want to deduct as well. Meals and entertainment. Now, this gets a little, I don't want to say it gets a little tricky, but you want to make sure that if your accountant is going to say, hey, if you got documentation that you took out X, Y amount of coaches, or somebody that you're talking business with to move the business to potentially take on as a new coach or as a challenger, whatever it may be that you're discussing Beachbody, services, that can potentially be a tax write-off as well. You want to make sure that you have the documentation for that, which is usually, if you were to become audited, which is receipts. I said meals and entertainment, postage and office supply. Anything that you're mailing out to team members or to samples to potential challengers, that's obviously a business expense as well. Training and development. That means personal development. So any Beachbody events that you go to, like Super Saturday, summits, success clubs, all of that, wherever you spend to go there, that's a necessity. So you had to go to these trainings or you earn these trips, and whatever you had to pay for, that's a tax write-off. So make sure that you're maintaining the receipts there for your transportation. Like you parked your car at the airport for 4 days because you went on a trip. That is part of what you want to make sure that you have allocated as well. Books, anything like that you're using to better yourself as well. Now, according to my accountant, if it's a necessity, meaning that I needed to do this training because it was definitely going to advance my business, then that's definitely a tax write-off. But if you decided that you wanted to take, I don't know, a course just to better yourself in general, but it really wasn't detrimental to your business, that's a fine line. I could tell you that we are putting those in. And if the IRS comes chasing us for whatever reason, we have tax documentation or the receipts, and we can discuss that. That's something that we have proof of. Yeah. Equipment, mobile phone, computer, anything that you purchase that you're using specifically for your business, that's a tax write-off. So your cell phone bill, your internet, all these things can go under your 1099 when you're writing your taxes. And I think that's it.
Yeah, and then make sure. But break down. So the equipment, if you're buying new, like a new computer, obviously because we're on our computer or our phones all the time. So that type of equipment. But then also separate your internet bill, your phone bill. Those type of what are they called? The utilities, bills.
Yeah. So one thing that in regards to home office, now for us, we don't live we do have a mansion, but we do, it's a very New York style mansion, but we work off the kitchen table, which basically means that we use the table for dinner as well. So unless you have a room in your house that you solely just use as an office and you don't use it for anything else, that can be a tax write-off. So you can write off a percentage of what you have in your house. But if you're working off of your dining room table, that's not going to be a write-off. So because you're using it for something else as well other than business. And keep in mind that according to the IRS, you can take a business loss, meaning that you can spend more than you actually make with your business, which usually happens in this business when you're starting, for the first 3 years. So usually for the first 3 years, you are taking a loss in your business, and then after that, the fourth year, and if you're still running a business loss, the IRS is going to get, okay, something's happening here. You guys are hiding money now, because at 4 years, who's going to continue being in business for 4 years if you are still losing money? Not a lot of people. So you want to make sure that you take advantage of those first 3 years if you have more expenses than what you're making. But then obviously by your third year or 2.5 year, you're probably making a good amount of money already that you're surpassing that altogether. But that's really what we wanted to at least that I wanted to provide you guys from the back office, because it's important as you start making substantial money. Substantial money in this business is really anything over $1,000. So once you start making over $1,000, that's stuff that you want to make sure that you're tax deducting, and you're obviously putting that into the taxes. All right.
Also, make sure that you start tracking now, because I have to be honest, it was a nightmare. I feel like I was doing my taxes for like 3 weeks, I swear. And, so just make sure, our accountant asked us to have it ready every 3 months now, which I think is going to save me next year, because of the fact that this time around I had to do all of 2015 together. So if you do it by quarters, but if you can just, anything that you have, keep it together, your receipts, what you're buying, keep a spreadsheet. I can show you what I've been using that really helped me out if you guys want to see it. But just keep everything that, whatever, for example, when there's a product launch, right, it's important for us to purchase the program so that we can show people that a new program came out and that we're doing it. So those things, you have to keep track of them. So, the new programs, your Shakeologies, if there's samples, and make sure that you're labeling that, because when you meet with your accountant, then your accountant, depending on, how he processes your taxes, he'll be able to know exactly, that these were samples, these were for personal use, these were because you wanted to, advertise a new program. So make sure that you're doing this on a quarterly basis, and if possible, do it on a monthly basis, so that you guys are not stuck doing taxes for 3 weeks like me.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah, definitely. Just to reiterate what she said, the quarterly taxes with a 1099. So the way the government works is that even if you're obviously getting all your money up front, they're not withholding any taxes. So you're still responsible for paying those taxes within that quarter. So if you go past that quarter, the government's going to start adding a penalty to it. So you want to make sure that on a quarterly basis, you are reaching out to your accountant, showing them what you've made so far. It's pretty much just going to be you tallying a number, and they'll tell you, okay, you should be deducting, or you should be paying this amount of taxes you pay now each quarterly, so you're not hit at the end of the year with a big tax bill. And then also from each check that you're receiving money, at least we do, I think it's very important that it's being conservative, and we're withholding a lot more, but you want to hold at least 35% of any money that you make, so that when you have to pay taxes, you have it. So you're not wondering where in the world you're going to use the money to pay for the taxes. Right. So we get in the habit of anything that she makes or we make, we just shave off 35% and we just put it in an account for tax purposes, and then there's no surprises. Yep. And it's usually a lot more that we have in the account than we have to pay, but that's a good thing. And then we just use the money.
All right. Any question, guys, before we move along?
All right. Over and out from the back office. I'm going to go back to my cubicle.
Yeah, I just something that my accountant also told me that worked for me, as well as trying to get a credit card or a bank account that you make all your deposits so you could track your earnings, but also all your expenses. When you buy anything Beachbody related, you purchase it from the same account, so you have traceability directly from the bank.
Yeah, that's a great point, CeeLo. So we, for example, like we use our Amex or a Chase card, and you get that final year statement at the end. Try to get a credit card, or if you have a credit card, and find out what the breakdown is, because our credit card, just breaks it all down for us on a yearly basis. We know exactly what went to Beachbody, what went to whatever, all the different categories, and it's just really easy for us to just export it to an Excel file, and then you have all your expenses there.
Yeah, thank you, CeeLo, for bringing that up. Actually, that really saves me this year, because 2015 took like 3 weeks for me to put together, 2014 was a nightmare, because I was using, this credit card for whatever, and that other credit card to, get Jorge's Shakeology. And then if my mom wanted something, I had like 3 or 4 different credit cards, and I had to literally go through each one. So definitely keeping only one for business expenses is what really, really helped me this year. So definitely try to do that. And then, like CeeLo said, open a different account so that all your Beachbody money goes there as well, so that it's all in one place. Anyone else? Any questions, suggestions, comments? No? Okay. So now we're going to...
Thank you for the time.
So now we're going to turn it over to Ana Monge, that she is going to share with us how to put together a Wufoo application. Oh, you girl.
Alrighty. Hey guys. So I am going to go through, like Gabby said, how we create a Wufoo application. And just to start off, I'm going to talk just a little bit about Wufoo before I go in and show you all the nitty gritty of it. Basically, a lot of coaches use Wufoo as a form for basically the people to fill out with certain information before you even get to talk to them. A lot of the top coaches actually use this whenever they sponsor ads on Facebook. They give their entire story, do their call to action. They ask them to fill out an application. And in that application, there's certain questions that they ask in order to get some information from the people that are that are looking at their posts. Some of them may not be their friends. Some of them they may not even know. So it's just good to have a whole bunch of information up front for potential customers, potential coaches, prospects in general, and that way you can actually talk to them. So I'm going to start sharing my screen, and we'll run through some of the basics for Wufoo. Let's see. Alrighty. Can everybody see my screen? Yes? No? Maybe? Nod heads?
Yes.
Excellent. Thank you. Alrighty. So with Wufoo, this is what the page looks like. You can literally go to wufoo.com. I already have a login, so I'm just going to log in here. Already has it saved. Log in. I started using a application for potential coach prospects. So I've been putting out some call to actions on a weekly basis for coaches, and I've started using this this form. Not a lot of people have actually gone in and put in their information, but I'm definitely working on that. So just I want to show you guys how my application looks. That way you can see some of the questions and you can just get an idea of what I put here. So called it my new coach application form. I've asked for some basic information. So name and then form of communication. So either email or phone. And then in terms of this one, we're talking about coaches. So why would they be interested in being a coach in general? I would want to ask them a little bit about their goals. If they type anything here. I would ask them to click any of these statements that apply to them. So either they own Beachbody programs, they've never tried one, they've done one in the past but never finished it, etc. I want to understand their level of self-motivation. I want to understand their level of time commitment that they have, and basically understand what drives them to succeed, basically how they've demonstrated leadership. So it's kind of like a mini job application here. So think of it like that. I can definitely share this with you guys so that way you guys can just copy and paste and start your own Wufoo account. But right now what I want to do is share how to actually create a application, a form, excuse me. And I was practicing today. So this would be the main page or main sort of dashboard that you would see once you sign up and log in. So you have a tab to create your forms, a tab to actually get reports on your forms. I'm not going to get there just yet. There are themes that you can actually make your forms look a little pretty with some color or something. I like things to look plain and just professional and just basically to the point. So with this account that I have, I think this is a free account. With a free account on Wufoo, you get 3 forms that you can create for free with up to 10 questions. So you can get a lot of information in those 10 questions, and honestly, you don't need that many forms in order to run your business. I would suggest 1 for coaches, 1 for potential challenge group members, and maybe if you do a free group, maybe 1 for that. So those would be your 3. So right now I have 2 created. I'm going to create a new one for you guys so that way you guys can see what it's like. So we go here, click on add new form. These are all the cool fields that you can add onto your form. I would normally like to start off with the basics. So we can add in the person's name, the person's email address, because we're all online. We need some form of communication, and their phone number, because eventually we're going to want to get them online. If you click on the actual field here, you can change the name. You can change the name of the field. You can make the field required. I mean, if it's somebody's name, email address, or phone number, I would definitely make those required. That way you have a way to contacting them. So that way you don't have a blank person with a random email address. We can add some additional instructions for them. I mean, if they don't know how to type their name, then I don't know what's wrong with them. But you can add in some information for them. Let me see. We have some settings here. Okay, I'll get back to that in a second. So we can add in a few fields. These are some of the basic recommended ones. I should take a step back, and you can actually edit the title of your form. So yay. So we can call this exclusive test group application. I don't know. You can call it whatever you want. My main one, it's called Ana Monge fitness coach application. It could be challenge group application, whatever you want it to say. You can fill out a quick description of it. Like this is you can say just anything really. Like this is a form to fill out just to get to know you a little bit better. I just kept it very basic. This is the default language that comes up, so you can do that. But yes, going back to adding fields, along with this, you can also add in paragraph fields, for example. Here you would have a medium-sized paragraph. You can edit the question, so we can ask them, why do you want to join a challenge group? Very simple. We would ask them to give us a response, basically see what their whys are, goals, potential goals, etc. You can this will basically look like a paragraph. Again, you can make it required or not required, and basically if it's shown to everybody. Next, what I would do is you can add in another type of question, for example, like checkboxes. We can say check all that apply to you. And we can add in different choices. So we can say, I've tried a Beachbody program in the past, for example. I drink Shakeology on a regular basis. There we go, regular basis. Or a third choice could be, I've never tried a Beachbody program. Basically, this gives us an idea as to where people are. This type of question that would do that. So people could either have tried it in the past, never finished it, tried it and completed it, drink Shakeology on a regular basis, or basically they don't know anything about Beachbody. And this gives you a way to gauge how much information how much information you need to give potential prospects during your conversations, either through email or through phone. All right, so this is basically done. You can add in any more additional fields as well. You can add in a website. You can add in a section for price if you want to add in price. You can delete this. You can add in a drop-down menu or even a multiple choice section. So you can do a lot with this. But for right now, let's save this form. So this would be my test form. From here, once you save your form, you created it, you can do a couple of different things. You can share it, so you can go and copy the link and actually send it out to people, or post it on a Facebook post, your Instagram profile, whatever it may be. You can also get the HTML to embed it into your websites. For example, I mean, a lot of the top coaches have their own websites, so they would embed this in here, and it would be an easy way for potential prospects to just fill out this information. We can continue editing the form. We could also set up email notifications for this form. Let me take you there because I find this to be really, really cool. Basically, when someone fills this form out, I can have a notification come to my email telling me that X, Y, and Z person filled this out. We can send the replies to the email, and basically it'll tell me like when any new entries come in, I will know that somebody has filled out that application. I mean the application. We can save that. I don't know, depending on your preference, you can fill out the mobile device one. I wouldn't, because I don't want my phone blowing up if necessary. But you can also add in a different application. One of the cool applications here would be MailChimp. So MailChimp is another service where you can create these cool email templates and send out automated email series. So for example, if you sign up for like Darren Hardy Daily, and how you get his daily emails and daily text messages, he basically uses something like MailChimp, or his people use something like MailChimp to make sure these emails go out on a daily basis without him actually doing anything. So you literally put in the email, have it sent every so often, and it'll send out automatically. So we can add in this integration here. I can connect to MailChimp. I have a MailChimp account. can log in here. And what happens is that whoever fills out this application becomes a part of my email list on MailChimp. So if I wanted to send out a monthly newsletter, for example, I already have their emails, and I could send this out and still continue to create value for these particular people. Whether or not they become coaches or part of my challenge groups, I'm still being connected with them in any way, shape, or form, and especially via email. So we can save this as well. So go to my email, and basically I would want to see their first names and their last names. Let's see. So those would be the two main pieces that I would want to show you. You can receive messages to your inbox for any new entries, and you can connect it to something like MailChimp. Now, if we click up here, we can go back to forms. And once you've completed your form and you've gone back to this main page, you can see who actually has applied through your application. So for example, this is my original one that I've created to use for my coach applications. You can see the entries. So if you go here and click on entries, you can see how many people have filled this out. I've done several tests just to make sure it goes through. So if you click on one of these, you'll be able to see all of their answers on your screen. From here, you can either edit their responses. So once, let's just say you get them on the phone, you're talking to them, you can use this as a space where you can save certain answers and certain responses. So you can click here on edit, and if they add anything additional to why they wanted to become a coach, you can just add it here, and you would be able to save it. Now, if it ever keeps going. Just give me 1 second. Great, my page decided to freeze. Give me a second, guys. Technical difficulties. We'll go back. Alrighty, where was I? Aha, entries. Take a look at an entry. You can also email yourself this entry. So if I wanted to, I could receive it in my email address. Save email entry, and I could go here, and I could see it emailed to myself. So I can email it here, and I can just get it automatically on my phone without having to go back into Wufoo, signing back in, blah, 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 look for the entry, etc. Now you have it here. Let's see, what else can I do? Or you could also delete an entry if you wanted to. Let's just say it was a test entry, or for whatever reason, this person just forgot to fill everything out. You can delete the entry if you need to. Let's see, going back to forms. On the form, you can edit it as well. So back to the edit page where we were initially when we created it. We can view it, so you can see it here. And this link, you can actually send out to prospects, put on your Facebook page, put on your Instagram profile. Going back here, let me just do this. You can also click the share button in order to share it as well. And here, not only can you copy the link, but you can also copy the code to embed the form into your website if you have one. Alrighty. Final thing that I normally would take a look at is the analytics. So in the analytics, you can see when most people have actually filled out applications, through what internet browser, what region of the world they came from. Like, it's crazy. It's really, really awesome to see some of the analytics here. And once you start getting more people filling this out, more engagement on here, you'll be able to see certain things spike. So you'll be able to see trends during the month. For example, you'll be able to see when during the month would be the best time to put out your coach application or your challenge group application for people to fill out, as an example. I'm not too sure why we would need internet browsers, but whatever, that's fine. In terms of region, since Beachbody basically just goes to Canada, the US, and Puerto Rico, we'd like to focus in on that. let me see. What else can I tell you guys? And we talked about notifications. In terms of rules, I haven't used the rules right now. So I'm not too sure how these function, but I showed you just the main pieces of Wufoo that I would normally use that I think would be beneficial for where we are right now. And that's all I got for you guys. Do you guys have any questions?
Hey, Anna, I do.
Uh-huh.
So I started to use Wufoo today too. I have a question on adding the type, you know, when you have drop downs, how do you add the different type of drop downs to the form? Because I'm having a hard time getting them to click into the form.
So here we go, drop downs. So you would click on the actual field and here you can edit it. So let's just say this would be question 1. We want it to be in a drop down format and we're gonna say 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you sharing your screen?
Oh crap. I was, yeah. I thought I was.
Yeah, I can't see it.
Hello, are you on your phone?
Let's go back.
Yep.
That's
Oh,
yeah.
that's probably why.
Oh, I'm seeing it now. It wasn't showing
Okay.
before.
All right, let me do that again for you. So add a field. We want to add a drop-down menu. All right, we would click on the field. We would adjust the question. So we're going to call it question 1.
Yeah.
We're going to adjust the choices. So this is just for test purposes.
Yeah.
All righty, we did that. Now let's just save the form. And I'm finished. Take me back to my form manager. Now let's view it. So we're in here. We're viewing the test form that we just created, and we have the drop downs.
Got it. So you have to save the form and it won't
have to
show
save.
you. Got it. So it won't show it to you in when you're creating the form. It has to be already in the saved format then.
That's correct.
Okay. So then I have another question.
Sure.
So is there any way for you to link, once you have responses to the Wufoo forms, to link it to Streak?
Honestly, I have no idea. That is a great question. I don't have a clue.
All right. I'm going to research it too because I just don't want to be dual managing 2 different systems.
No, absolutely.
Cindy, wouldn't you, because I like what Anna did where she showed us that you can email the application. Like once you get the notification on your email that you have someone there, maybe email it to yourself and then create the box from Gmail into
See,
Streak.
just for example, like I would receive this email. I'm in Gmail right now. I would go to my boxes and create one.
Right.
Yeah. So I would do it from there. That way you can start off with that one person and then send them. And then from there you can start sending them new emails, like the 22-minute hardcore email with all the bunch of information about Shakeology and everything there. You can do that, or invite them to different groups via email.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe we could export the emails from that application into Streak to upload, because you know we can.
I'm sure you can do like a report and then upload it into Streak, but then you have to remember, then you have to, there has to be a way where you can just export whoever applied, you know.
Yeah, the details around it. Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
So that you're not exporting everyone that you already have into Streak and you're, you know, have doubles or triples of the same entries. You know what I mean?
Yep. Thank you.
Yep.
Got it. Yeah, I haven't built a report yet since I haven't had too much action on here. But once I do, I can definitely come back and show you guys. Because this, I have no idea. But like Gabby said, if you can email one particular entry to yourself and then create the box from your Gmail, that would be the best workaround for right now. Any other questions? If there aren't any more questions, I'm definitely here for whatever you guys may need.
Anna, where would be the best place to display this on your Facebook? Like I've seen it on people's like pages and stuff, but where on a Facebook page?
You can put it on a post. So for example, this is my like page. And you're right, thank you for that, because I definitely put this in here to show you guys. So I put it on my like page. I can also put this on my regular, on my personal page, I would put it in a post. So something very simple, you're accepting applications, I'm going to help you do X, Y, and Z, apply here.
Okay.
Kept it here. I would show you, I mean, if you take a look at my Instagram, Anna_Monge_wellness, you'll be able to see that the link is up top in my profile. And I'm going to keep it on there for a couple of days or at least until tomorrow, when people have stopped seeing my post on Instagram regarding the coaching opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure. Oh, you could also embed this stuff in your website if you have one. So where am I? When we go to share, you can take this HTML and embed it on your website. Either whatever website you have, or if you have WordPress, like a blog on WordPress, etc. Anything else, guys? I'm going to stop sharing for a sec. I want to see you. Hi.
That was great.
No problem.
Thank you.
Sure.
Great. And you know what? You always make it seem so simple, and then we go on the side, we're like,
what?
But thank you. No, but it looks you know, easy to handle.
It's not that bad. It's just making the form that can get a little irksome until you figure out all the widgets and the fields.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you do it once and you have it up and running, then that's the link that you can use for the rest of your life as a coach.
Yeah, honestly, this is one of the easiest software and applications that I've encountered. So it's very user-friendly.
Absolutely.
Any other question, guys?
Jorge looks like he has a question.
No, I don't understand a word you said, but that's all good. It's all
Okay, cool.
as long as she does, that's all that matters.
And he's the brain, right, Gladys?
The brain. The brain. Just
the brain.
Just in
Give
other areas.
the brain for Halloween.
Finally,
No.
Carol, Team Lopez, Carol. Okay, she's on mute.
There you go. She's smiling.
All right. If you guys have nothing else, that's cool. You can also message me privately if you have anything, or have other random questions while you're trying to actually pull this all together.
Awesome.
can we just rent you out?
I'm telling
Just
you,
rotate you throughout. I know coaches. I know.
I want to get paid in coaches, guys. I'm all about it. I can do this with you. I want to get paid in coaches, though.
She's crazy. So, any other questions? Comments?
Concerns.
No. All right, guys. Thank you so much for jumping on. And again, congratulations to our newest emerald and our newest diamond and
Congrats.
5-star diamond. Keep up the good work. And remember, tonight's a good night to do a call to action. People get paid tomorrow. All right? Follow-ups. The key to success. Have a great night, everyone.
Thank you.
Night.
Night.